I still love you madly, and I don't say that lightly. Too many times people rush to say the words I love you. They rush to fall in love. They never fully realize what love is. This entire ordeal has shown a light on what love is, at least for me. And I can say without hesitation or reservation that I truly love you. And even more than that, I appreciate who you are. You continue to have a positive impact on my life in more ways than you could ever imagine. I can't say this enough. You saved me. You did that. You will always be my inspiration. Thank you, Sherry. I hope you'll always remember that what we had was real. What we had was so special. You know it was. It was borderline magical at times. The spark you felt when we kissed was real. The possibilities of a life together were real. It was all real. I messed it up. I didn't hold up my end of the bargain. Your only mistake was loving me too much. I took advantage of love. I'll never forgive myself for what I put you through. For as long as I live, I'll put everything I have into improving every day. No matter how bad life might get, I will never again allow myself to be the person that was capable of hurting you. Never. I'm still sorry for so many things. The way I treated you, the horrible things I said to you, the what might have been moments still haunt me, but I can't change what I was, only who I am. When I finally realized that, I started to get better. Of all the differences in my life, the single biggest change is what I see when I look in the mirror. I used to hate what I saw. I hated that person. That person destroyed my life. I hated the me I was, and I knew I needed to change the person who was looking back at me. I never would have known that without you. Before I could really start to change, though, two things needed to happen. The first involved my attitude, my mindset, my way of thinking. My life's motto used to be fuck it. The shoulder shrug and arrogance that went with it pretty much sum up what was wrong with me. I was two people. A sweet, nice, loving guy with a soft heart, and an arrogant, too cool, think about myself punk. Those two people can't and shouldn't coexist. For someone with an at least average intelligence, I was pretty dumb. Actually, I was an idiot. That motto, that mindset, it needed to go. Mark Twain once said, yes, I'm quoting Mark Twain, you want to be very careful about lying, otherwise you are sure to get caught. Once caught, you can never again be in the eyes of the good and the pure what you were before. The quote goes on, but that's the part I focus on. That's the part that speaks to me. You are the good and the pure. I am the one that lied over and over. I am the one who isn't the same in your eyes now. I'm sorry for that. I think about that quote a lot. Lies will never be a part of my life again. I've heard this bit of wisdom from several sources. No matter what you do, no matter where you are, even if nobody is watching, always act in a way that would make the people you care about proud. I try to always act like you are watching. I want to do things that would make you proud. I know it's silly, but it works. And finally, I got this from a song. I was searching for a phrase, some lyrics, something to inspire me, something to tattoo on my body as a reminder of who I wanted to be. I had lots of ideas. I found lots of things that I thought were right, but this is the one that got me. I was running recently and I heard it, really heard it. I felt it. It brought tears to my eyes and put a smile on my face at the same time. May your past be the sound of your feet upon the ground. Carry on. That's my new tattoo. That quote is me moving on and growing, not wasting my life hanging on to a past that I cannot change. When I'm finally able to look back and reflect on my life, I want to be able to look at my present, my future, and know I kept moving, that my mistakes, my past, helped to shape my present and my future. Each of these things make up my new life's motto. It's no longer fuck it. Instead, it's truth. It's acting in a way that would make people proud. It's carrying on. The second thing that needed to happen was this. I had to answer a very important question. Why? I think about the end of our relationship a lot, about the things I did that caused you to leave me, and honestly, instead of saying you left me, a more appropriate thing to say is when I pushed you away. When I pushed you away, I could have just lived up to my old motto and said fuck it, shrugged my shoulders and moved on, stayed the same me and forgotten all about you, about Autumn, about Grayson, about our time together. But even if I wanted to do that, I could have never pulled it off. You had such an impact on me. You forever changed me. Just shrugging my shoulders and moving on wasn't an option. Not when your heart feels the way my heart felt. Not when you see everything you ever wanted walk out of your life and realize it was your own fault. Before any change could take place with me, I needed to figure out why I did the things I did. How could we be perfect together in so many ways? How could we have so many wonderful moments only for me to hurt you the way I did? How was I capable of that? Why did I do that? I could spend page after page trying to explain why I made the choices I made, but I won't. Instead, I'll keep this as short as I can, because no matter what I say, it will sound like an excuse, an attempt to deflect blame, which is the furthest thing from what I want to do. So let me be very clear. I'm taking responsibility for my actions. I'm not placing blame on others. Besides, this probably only matters to me anyway. After all, I'm the one who has to live with it. I'm the one who has to live with me. I just want to know why, even if only for myself. I fully understand that no matter where a person comes from, that person is responsible for the choices they make. I'm responsible for the things I've done. I'm responsible for losing the love of my life. Nobody made me lie to you. Nobody made me hurt you. Still, it couldn't have helped that I grew up in an environment that promoted the sort of behavior that caused me to push you away. I grew up in a world of liars and cheaters, even drug abusers. My parents, my siblings, my friends. My grandparents were the only normal, good, honorable people I knew. It's too bad I didn't pick up more of their qualities. Regardless, I knew right from wrong, so this is not an excuse, just an explanation. I always looked at myself through the eyes of other people, people who knew where I came from, people who saw me as just another liar and cheater, even before I was a liar or a cheater. Even as an adult around people who had never met me, I always felt out of place. I always imagined them looking at me and thinking bad thoughts, as if they knew where I came from. As a kid, I remember feeling less worthy than the people I went to school with. Not because I didn't have nice clothes or money or material things, because I didn't have a good family. We never went to church, we never had dinner together, grades didn't matter. I was never held accountable. In many ways, it was cool to have so much freedom, but even at a young age, deep down, I knew I was in trouble. I wanted out. I didn't want to become like the people I was growing up around. I almost made it too. I almost avoided becoming the person I was supposed to become, but I didn't. I guess I needed to find a love like yours long ago. But sadly, when I finally found you, it was too late for me. I'd never truly been in love before you. Turns out I wasn't very good at it. I know this is a delicate subject matter, but the main reason it took me so long to pull the trigger on my divorce wasn't because I didn't love you or loved her. It was because for so long being married was the only thing that separated me from what I grew up despising. I got married right out of high school. It wasn't love, it was an escape, a chance to be normal. Nobody thought it would last. After a while it became my success story, like I'd made it. I wasn't one of the people I grew up around. I got married, I didn't get divorced. I was a good guy, I must be. I wasn't like my brother, my parents, my friends. I was solid. Wow, what a fool I was. What a weak mindset I had. The saddest part is this. Even though I grew up in a world of bad, if I'd just woken up from my trance early in our relationship, realized that with you I had something that most people never get, that you were a gift, a chance to have the family I'd never had, a chance to experience life as it was meant to be experienced. If I'd only understood, we would be married right now. And I know I would have never done the things I did to you. Never. I never would have hurt you. But I waited so long, I pushed it off for so long, that I lost myself. You were my prize, my savior, my ticket to finally escaping my upbringing. You were it. I finally realized how hurt you were each night that I didn't choose you. Each night that I put us off. Each night that I thought of other people's feelings over yours. I finally get it. It's very fitting that now I'm the one who gets to suffer. It's justice. I deserve this, and I'm not bitter or mad. I earned this scar. Now I get to live with what I threw away, and as much as it hurts, I will learn from it. I will never be weak again. I will never be the person I was destined to be again. My destiny is different now because of you. I'll never forget the bad qualities I had, but I'll spend my life focusing on my good qualities, the qualities that attracted you to me, the parts of me that you fell in love with. Underneath it all, I must have had some good to win the heart of someone like you. I'm done being two different people. I was arrogant, but losing you humbled me. I was deceitful, but all I want to be now is genuine. I was inconsiderate, I was self-centered, I was untrustworthy. No more. I will go out of my way to be sensitive, thoughtful, unselfish, and honest. I looked at myself through the eyes of the wrong people and became that person. Now I look at myself through your eyes and see myself as the person you saw when we first met, the person you fell in love with, the person who had enough good in them to win your love. I know this will sound strange because we're not together, but I'm never going to let you down again. One last thing on the why, and then I will let this part of my soliloquy rest. If I'm ever fortunate enough to have a family, I will make sure their environment is the exact opposite of the one I grew up in. I will make sure their environment is great, that it's filled with love, that they are surrounded by honest people, that they will understand the importance of integrity and the hurt that lies can cause. If there is such a thing as a perfect companion, a perfect friend, a perfect husband, a perfect parent, I will do my best to be that person. Yes, I know nobody can be perfect, but I will dedicate my life to being as close to perfect as I can. I'm sure I've told you this before, but in case I haven't, I never had a birthday party as a kid. Never, not once. I say that because I want to remind you of the great job you do as a mother. I know parties aren't the most important things in life, but Autumn and Grayson will never forget those moments you've given them. Take it from someone who never had them. You are a wonderful mom, Sherry. I didn't know what loss was, what love was, but now I do. So the second half of my life is going to be special. Not as special as it would have been with you, but it will be special because of you. Who knows? They say God works in mysterious ways. Maybe we will find each other again. I'll be the one with a smile on his face. I have a lot of love in my heart, a lot of bridges I need to rebuild. I have a long way to go, but I'm determined. I owe that determination to you. I owe my life to you. I'm not who I was. I'm better than that now. I'm me.